What's going on, guys? This is Kaishro. Welcome back. So we are back with another video. So for our video today, we are going to cover OCG Metagame Report and deck list reviews from the past week. We do have October 26 to October 31. So we are going to cover the weekday span of tournament data gathering across major regions in Asia, namely Japan, South Korea, China, and Taiwan. And it is also post BPRO or post burst protocol, which was introduced to us in the OCG last weekend, Saturday to be precise, and is going to be much more convoluted in a sense that it will reflect more variance towards the best performing decks because we have more days of testings and local results, and we are going to assimilate how the new set have impacted our late stages of October format and early stages of BPRO format as well. So without further ado, let's start. So we do have Quinta CS here in Japan. First would be Branded. So Branded arguably is better playing on 40 card variant. Not only it is much more consistent, it has lesser variants of breaking, and I think the Branded alone has too much gas. Going second, it is very adept on outmaneuvering the boards of your opponent, and going first is just so massive, ending on probably Mirror Jade and the new Synchro, and of course the gimmick Puppet Lock is just so massive going first, and I think this is the way to go when you wanna run Branded. 40 should be very optimal, and you have a lot of one card starters here. Using the Branded opening, the Aluber, and even a Dear Servant does a lot for the deck. Moving on with K9 as his partner on this tournament. They went first, I believe. We do have K9 here with Link Slayer, and even though K9 have lost Paradise Smasher and the Emulneer line, they're still very potent as a mid-range deck. Going first, going second, they are very adept on interrupting the opponent with hand traps, and of course, going first, you have Izuna and turn 0 cards that may probably protect your board and set up Reaper early on. And all in all, I think Kanan is still respectable, even though it's not the same power level as they used to be. No, I think it's still a very good deck to play as a mid-range option. Next, we do have X-Twister, so probably the hottest deck in the OCG right now, apart from the tier 1 decks like Mitsurugi and Yami, and of course the Branded popularity. I think Exo-Sister definitely is one of the decks to look out for right now, getting very good support from the Karma L and of course the double tanky that they have on the deck. Now imagine that, getting two Exo names on your hand, and it's just going to snowball your consistency and playthrough going first. Next, we do have Dracotail Magistu. So people are very divided on playing Dracotail. Sometimes they play pure, sometimes they play Magistu, sometimes they play branded versions. But I think Dracotail is just a very good deck right now, being able to mitigate the draw power potential from Maxi. When your opponent throws Maxi at you, or Wallace or Purulia, you're able to breathe, and you have a lot of hand traps as well to interact going second. So arguably, if you wanna play a comfortable deck right now, you would opt for Dracotail. Next, we do have Crystron K9. So another deck that is very interesting, but in a very rigid spot right now. Even though K9 is still a reputable engine, no? It's still an engine where people use on regular basis. I think Crystron has fallen out of favor on the recent developments in our metagame, mainly because Yokul is just so massive for them, and of course losing one Izuna can be quite hefty as well. Next, we do have Mitsurugi Finsmith. So if you wanna play Mitsurugi and you don't want to play Ryzil and the much more explosive Yami variant, no, you would opt for a Finsmith engine for Mitsurugi because it is much more few than the other setup of Ryzil, and you're able to play more hand traps on the deck, like we are seeing here: triple Nib, triple Follows, and yeah, the standard Mitsurugi numbers, and of course the consistency cards of the pre-prep and prosperity. Next, we do have tournament in Japan, Tasuku, a very renowned Master Duel player. He's been playing branded, yeah, branded 60 this time. Wow, interesting. So it's like branded good stuff with Dracotail, Shadal, Tier Elements, and Bestial. Yeah, it's just going to be insane once it snowballs. Going first, you're able to dish out so many one card starters for the deck. The Dracotail cards and Fusion Deployment, Branded Opening, High Spirits, Alubur, and Spriggan Skit, and of course, the Grass. Of course, if it resolves, it's technically game over for you. Next we have Malice, so another deck that is lingering on our format. And it's been like the 5th, 6th format where Malice is a top deck. And it's been like that for a couple of years already. A couple of half a year, 1 year and a half, no? So Malice is just here to stay. So hopefully the Malice will address the issue of Malice being a mainstay. For far too long they have been enjoyed their time for a longer time that we have expected. And next we have Malice once again. Standard, 3 of Bestial in the main deck with triple draw just to answer the Mitsurugi. Next we have Dracotail with Branded and Magistus. So technically, pile deck is more leaning towards more gas and explosiveness rather than the usual conservative Dracotail hand trap game, no? Next we have Odayon. So another deck that was probably one of the top 5 decks in the rather pre BPRO, but suddenly they got wiped by more and more variants of Dracotail branded, because Dracotail for me is a deck that has a comfortable matchup against control decks where they just float around the graveyard and they just keep on reviving and reviving and reviving, no? And they have big bodies as well to beat down the Odayon. And next to the Blue Eyes Primite, triple Forbidden Crown on the main deck. Wow. So probably this is their way of playing Droplet on the deck, because obviously if they play Droplet, they would be there are going to be consequences, because you cannot just discard cards for Blue Eyes Primite. No, it's not your usual Tri Brigade or decks like Archmage, no. Next we do have Vanquishol K9. Yeah, Vanquishol K9. Obviously, losing 2 Razen is just too massive for Vanquishol. But all in all, I think it's still a good deck to pilot. And this deck has a lot of outmaneuvering plays, no? It has the capacity to outmaneuver everything on the format, given the right hands and hand traps that they have possibly have drawn from the Vanquishol cards and their top deck. Next we have Yami. So first Yami so far in our report, but I can say that Yami is still the best deck in this metagame. Is between Yami and Yami Finsmith. Either way, they are both Yami, and they're very strong on its own good, no? Very strong going second with the sheer amount of hand traps on the deck. Triple Purge, triple Flawless, triple Bell, and double Nib, no? Is just going to be so massive going first as well. With the Cupid pitch going to the Savage, you're guaranteed to have Omni Negate. Probably 2 Omni Negate, no, with the Herald of Arclight. Next, you have another Malice here. Pretty standard. Side decking the copies of Shifter. Next, you have Cyber Dragon K9. So, another K9 deck that was power creep in a sense that is not topping as it used to be. But, yeah, it's still a better Tenpai in my opinion. It's still a very potent going second deck. Cyber Dragon is just going to deal so much damage if they're able to do so. Next to the branded Dracotail. Yeah, Dracotail branded. Check on that. Yeah, I think triple Cartesia is just enough. You don't even need to play the new Fallen cards. But if you do so, you have more gas on the deck. But you would also lose hand traps on the process. Next we have Sky Striker Radiant Storm. I believe that's the new name for the Magnifi-Storming. I do really think that TCG have changed the name of Magnifi-Storming. Next we have Spriggans. Yeah, Spriggans Horus with the Magistus cards. So technically rank 4 turbo deck, and it's very evident on the extra deck. No, it just plays a bunch of rank 4s with the spree guns and the Merrymaker, and of course rank 8s on the deck from the Horus line. Next we have, oh, this is very interesting. This is branded, but yeah, it's playing more Dogmatica cards. It's like a branded control-ish type of deck where it prioritizes more hand traps, and it does not even look that explosive going first, but it's still respectable. I mean, it can still end on Mirror Jade with stuff like the Fleur de Lis on the hand, no, with Ecclesia on the board as well, and it's not even playing Dogmatica Punishment anymore. Just a way to turbo out the Expulsion, and yeah, pretty standard hand trap lineup. Next we have Mitsurugi Finsmith, triple Droll, of course. You cannot leave Droll right now, especially Mitsurugi has been eating so much in this format, and obviously Bestials are also good options to play. Of course, against the Mitsurugi Light and Dark Shenanigans in the graveyard, you are able to play the Bestials. Next we have, oh, Doomsday. It's been a while since I last saw Doomsday. Probably three metagame reports ago. But yeah, Doomsday is very sad for Doomsday. They just lost those hype from the first week of the Doomsday archetype. No, it was not enough to withhold the changes in the metagame. Obviously, they are a respectable deck, but it's not that strong enough to contend with the even tier 4 decks like Rescue. No, it's going to be difficult for Doomsday. Next, we have another Dracotail Magistus standard with one Phantasme on the main deck, double Gamma Seal on the side deck. Next, we have Elven Notes. Yeah, this is another Archmage archetype lore deck, and it's playing Finsmith, and yeah, it's playing Finsmith. I think Elven Notes is very interesting. Not many people do get the amount of interruptions that they can offer for you, but yeah, very unexplored. I think people are just invested too much on Exorcister rather than playing Elven Notes, and arguably Elven Notes has more rooms for improvements. Of course, this is a new archetype, and of course Archmage is the main storyline right now. Next we have Exorcister, running double Bell on the main deck. Okay, not too shabby. And also running Baguska, still powerful card going first. Next we have Phantom Knights, Radiant Storm with Mechanico. So 3-axis deck. We could potentially call this deck as 3-axis deck. The goal is just to climb into rank 3 and probably link climb, no, with the Fog Blade on your board. And next, we do have Luna Light. Yeah, Luna Light. Triple Fractal this time on the main deck. Only one Tenki. Next, we do have Plant Mitsurugi with Ragnarayaka. Yeah, Ragnarayaka with Mitsurugi. What in Jessica Robinson is this? But yeah, it does work with the Lone Fire and the Ragnarayaka starters. It's feasible, but I won't recommend playing this type of deck. This is just so crazy. And next we do have Yummy. Triple Purge, Triple Bell, and Triple Phallus. Yeah, they are able to fit in that many cards. And yeah, it just looks to be the best deck. No? Clearly, it has the best mid-range amount of interruptions, and you have tons of hand traps, no? By just counting here, 3 Follows, 3 Blossom, 3 Bell, the double Maxi and double Nib, and triple Imperm and Purge. It's just too many for a deck. Next, we have Malice. Standard, yeah, standard. Playing Meowls, so they're afraid of their own ghosts. Of course, Meowls is here for the mirror match. Next, we do, oh, wow, very interesting. This is Unchained with Shining Sarcophagus Finsmith. 44 card. Very good that he was able to manage the Unchained good stuff in 44 only. Yeah, probably you have ways to trim this into 41 or 40 if you cut the Fualos on the main deck. Next, we have another Yummy Triple Judgment. So, arguably, Judgment is the go-to option of Yummy as a going first staple card on their side deck. And yeah, there's a good chance where Judgment could be hit by the ban list this coming December. Next, we have Crystron K9. Oh, it's still running the Mjolnir line with the princess on the extra deck. Next, we have Exo, another Exo sister, one ogre on the main deck, possibly against Raizil Mitsurugi decks. Next, we have another Lunalight with only one fractal and triple tanky this time, running Super Poly and Foolish Burial Goods. Next, we have Branded. Once again, only Maxi are the hand traps on the deck. Now, imagine that. When you count out the Bestials, Maxi are the only hand trap type of cards here. And next, we have another Branded. Running the Mercurier this time and triple Aluber, the Jester. Next, we have Dracotail Branded. Probably this is the same list as earlier, no? Just a different tournament. Next, we have another Malice. Double Eclipse and side decking one copy of Transcode. Next, we have another Yummy. Illusion Gate has been a staple as they're going second option right now. And yeah, I think it outweighs Raigeki and Dark Ruler No More and Forbidden Droplet. It's just way better, no? I think this is just too good of a card to ignore. Next, we have another Yummy Finsmith. Triple Evenly. Next, we have Mementotlan. Yeah, I think this deck is still going to show up no matter what. Still a respectable rogue type of deck. Next, we have another Sky Striker. Oh, he is not showing the full deck list. Yeah, it's here. With Yummy and Sky Striker. So, 2 tournaments. 3v3, yeah, 3v3 tournament. Next, we have Christian with Millennium package. Not playing the usual K9 but with Millennium. Next, we have Atlantean Mermail. It's been a while since I last saw this deck. And they're not even playing the what do you call this? The Ice Jade cards now, where they are kind of popular before. They're utilizing those Ice Jade and other water cards on the main deck, no? Like Deep Sea Diva. But now they are more inclined on playing more hand traps on the deck. And of course, the Waterbury State U, no? It's just so disgusting at this point. Hopefully, the ban list can address the state use like they have done on the TCG. Next, we have another Yummy. Triple Droplet this time with 1 Chaos Hunter. Next, we have another Quinta CS in Japan. We have Yummy. And we have Malice. 1 Baldrake on the main deck. And moving on next, we have another Branded. Running the Spriggan's Kit this time. And double Nadir. Next, we have Mitsurugi Raizil. Running Valon as well, no? Kinda interesting. But they have ways to go into the Valon. Yeah, they have. Using the Mitsurugi. Next, we have Odion Primite. So, this is very popular in Europe. I think Europe is the region where this deck was popularized. It has one regional, I believe, or YCS. I forgot. But yeah, it's a very strong deck on western parts of Europe. And next, we have Dracotail with Shadal. Yeah, Dracotail Shadal this time with the Beast and Dragon and Hedgehog. Next, we have another Malice. 1 Lightning Storm on the side deck. Next we do have another Malice here, playing Heavy Storm and Feather Duster. Next we do have another Yummy with Metal Throne, who's very strong on the mirror match. You only play this card just to edge out the mirror match. Next we do have Shoal K9, triple Red Sea on the side deck. Next we do have Sky Striker, running 1 Black Coat Fluffs on the main deck, and only 2 Ash Blossom, no? Which is kinda arguable because you don't really lose too much on Maxi. And next we do have Ryuge Dino. 60 card variant this time. No grass. Yeah, it doesn't even need to play grass. And it's also running the Melodious cards, no? Which is able to grant you towards the Pendulum Link monster. Next we have Mitsurugi Arcus and branded Dracutail with Magistus. Next we have 1923 CS in Korea. First would be Malice. Yeah, Malice with triple deck lockdown. And we have Odion here. Double Solemn Strike on the main deck. No Judgment, no, on the main deck. I think Solemn Strike is much more well-rounded as a main deck type of card. Next we have another 1923 CS. We have Malice, 1 Signet Mining. And we have another Malice. Similar deck list, I believe. Yeah, same. Oh, it has differences. And next, we do have Yummy. Double Droplet this time on the main deck. No Imperm. Next, we do have Mekanko, of course. There's not a week without Mekanko. I think Mekanko is just going to show up no matter what. It's a very surprising deck. I think surprise factor is their best element. And you don't even know whether Mekanko will surprise you on your tournament or pod tournaments, no? You're just going to surprise people because of the innate amount of OTK potential of the deck and the towering presence of your Mekanko cards. Next we have another Yummy, triple Forbidden Crown on the main deck this time. Next we have Sword Soul branded. So this is a very hot deck in Japan. I think people are invested on this type of deck. And 1 card combo is so massive here using the new branded cards. And of course, this deck is still respectable because it has Protoss. But yeah, only side decking the Protoss. Very strong against Mitsurugi, by the way. Next we have Crystron K9 standard with Scrap Recycler on the main deck. Next we have another Dracutail with double Cartesia. And next we have Exorcister, 1 DD Crow, double Bell on the main deck, running triple Follows. Next we have another Yummy. So Yummy is just too much right now. Yummy has probably the biggest amount of representations this week. Next we have another Yummy, once again. Double Meows on the side deck. And next we have Dracutail branded with Magistus. Triple Nib as well. Next we have Yummy with Gamma Psyframe package on the main deck with the Delta. Very strong against Mitsurugi matchup and potentially against Yummy as well, no? Next we have Yummy. There's a bunch of Yummy still in our report. Next we have, of course, another Yummy. Their deck lists are just pretty much the same, no? You couldn't tell the difference if you don't look closely enough. Next we have another Crystron K9. Double Lava Golem on the side deck. Next we have Yummy. Triple Evenly Match this time on the side deck. Next we have Branded 60. Very similar towards Tasuku. Oh yeah, it was the teammate of Tasuku, Naze. And next we have K9 Pure with 1 Santa Claus, by the way, on the side deck against Lunalite, possibly. Next we do have Kultun. I cannot afford to be shadow banned using the actual name of the archetype on the OCG version, but yeah, Kultun. Let's just call it Kultun as a deck. And yeah, it's not even playing Purulia anymore on the deck. They're just going to ramp up more tuner names on the main deck, and even on the side deck now they're still playing Ogre, which are tuner as well. It's just going to bank on the tuner variants of the deck. People just call this Gachakuta deck, no? The art style are very similar towards Gachakuta, which is a very popular anime right now. And next we do have Elven Notes, Winsmith, with Archmage, yeah, is running the Prisma and the Vandalism. Yeah, more copies of mid-use on this deck. Next we do have, of course, Yami. No droplet this time, running one talent. And next we do have Branded. Yeah, Branded. You're able to fit, yeah, I was able to fit in 3 Foalas and 3 Nibiru on this very good deck building, and triple Pankrataps as well, no? Which is really strong against the Floodgates. And next we do have Dracotail once again. And next we do have Dark Lord. Yeah, Dark Lord. On Yu-Gi-Oh! Day went 6-0. Oh my goodness. It went 6-0 on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. Crazy. But yeah, this is probably the best Dark Lord has ever been. This is just very surprising, no? I think people just definitely neglects the fact that Dark Lord could come up on their locals. But they don't care because this deck is not popular enough. But yeah, very interesting. Next we have another Yami standard. Next we have another Odion. This time with set rotation on the main deck. Oh yeah, it's running set rotation because it's also using Zombie World as a tech on the main deck. Yeah, this is disgusting. This is crazy. Next we have another Unchained. 2 Unchained so far, no? It's kind of surprised. Or rather 3. Yeah, 3 Unchains in our report so far, I believe. Unchained definitely is a deck that people are not really expecting in this metagame. Next we have Exosister once again. 5 Solemn cards on the side deck, and oh my goodness, it's even running Meowls on the main deck. Arguably to compensate for the weak matchup against Malice, they're trying to play Meowls on the main deck just to have an out, no, or a card that does something against the Malice matchup. Next to the White Forest. Yeah, White Forest definitely has gotten power creep over the course of the last 2 sets. Next to the Rescue Ace. First Rescue Ace so far, quite underwhelming considering the fact that Rescue Ace has gotten numbers, no? Arguably numbers on the first 2 days or rather 3 days of the BPRO format, and I didn't expect it to be that bad. I'm really considering Rescue Ace as a tier 3 deck at minimum, but looking at our results right now, it's just so underwhelming. Next we have another Exorcister. Triple Dark Cooler no more on the side deck this time. Next we have Yami once again. Running double Nib and triple droplet. And we have Mitsurugi with Finsmith. And next we have another Exorcister. This time only running 1 Ichikano, but it has more hand traps. Yeah, they're banking on the amount of consistency from the new continuous spell. But yeah, this is very odd, no? Yeah, it's pretty odd, but it's also interesting. It's only running 1 Ichika and 1 Sakitama. And no Arment as well. Next we have another Exorcister. This time double Ichika only. Not even running Sakitama anymore, no? You're just very bold on this type of deck list. And triple talent, oh my goodness. Yeah, triple talent on it. Kinda crazy. Next we do have Tenpai Dragon, of course. Tenpai Dragon is just going to show up no matter what. No matter what you do. There's not a single week without Tenpai Dragon. Tenpai Dragon is just going to ruin people's lives. I mean, he's just going to go second every time. No? Just going to snatch away victories, especially on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. Is really strong on those BO1 type of events. Next we do have another branded. Triple droplet this time. Oh, running Dark Hole as well on the main deck. 60 card, yeah, 60 card branded this time. Next we have Tetsu Shared Tournament. The Dracotail. Triple Dragon's Mind, by the way, on the side deck. Next we have Killer Tune. Similar list as earlier, possibly, yeah. Next we have Malice. Running Izuna and Lupis on the side deck. Next we have Yummy. Yeah, Yummy. Standard. Next we have another Elven Notes. So far so good for Elven Notes. It has gotten many tops. But yeah, the deck is pretty hard to pilot, no? And kinda dicey as well, considering the fact that there are many versions of the deck right now. But arguably, it has outperformed Archmage so far in this week. Next, we do have another Exorcister. Running 1 Prosperity on the main deck and double Purulia on the side deck. Next, we do have Marineford TCG tournament in Korea. First would be White Forest. Elven Notes? Yeah, White Forest Elven Notes. Oh my days. This is crazy. Wow. Never thought that this would work. But it does, no? It certainly does. This is crazy. Yeah. I think I never thought that this deck could work. Moving on next, we do have Regenesis. Yeah, Regenesis is still a very good balanced deck, no? Considering that it's a mid-range deck, but it's also control. So, a very balanced deck, all in all. Next, we do have DDD. So, another deck that is still showing up recently. Still fairly able to top tournaments. Next, we do have another branded. Triple Evenly, triple Meowls this time. Next, we do have another DDD. Triple Draw on the main deck, and of course Impulse, very strong on this Mono Dark deck. Next, we do have Tetsu Share Tournament. The Arcus Phantom Knights. Arcus Phantom Knights, really crazy. Yeah, it's not even running Mitsurugi, no? It's just pure Arcus Phantom Knights. And next, we do have Regenesis, Finsmith. Next, we do have Blue Eyes. Yeah, Blue Eyes Primite. With Synchro Rumble. And next, we do have Tenpai. Yeah, Tenpai Dragon with Sky Striker. Bunch of one-offs, no? On the deck. Next, we do have Odayon. Double Daruma Cannon. Oh, Odayon Eldritch. Yeah. Is not running the other Dominus cards, no? It's just raw Odayon with Eldritch cards. Very neat looking deck list, arguably. Next, we have Archmage. So, Archmage with Non-Finito, their new support. And right now, they are playing more Theorized cards. But I don't vouch the way that this deck functions. I would show my recent Archmage builds on my future videos, but right now, I'm still constructing the deck. Next, we do have Yummy. Yeah. Double Cosmic Cyclone, by the way. And Dark Imprisoning Mirror. Next, we do have X Sister. Running Donner for hire on it. Next we have Odion. Odion Regenesis. Yeah, Odion Regenesis. And next we have Orcus Horus. Next we have another DDD. 4 results so far on DDD. Next we have another Elven Notes. This time with Synchro Shenanigans with the Jet Synchron and the Baron de Fleur. Next we have Dracotail once again. And next we have another Sword Soul. This time Sword Soul branded. And next we do have another branded. So a bunch of branded so far. 3-0. Won the tournament. Next we do have Vanquishol K9. Yeah, Vanquishol K9. And yeah, that sums up our OCG Metagame report and decklist reviews post BPRO. If you found this video informative or helpful, please do consider subscribing. It definitely motivates me a lot to keep providing this content for you guys. So once again, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.